You can find it on Spotify.
The podcast is called Super Hell. All right. I did stop it for like
a link in the description of the video, Ren.
Yes, I will promote them.
So
Unfortunately, I did cut a little bit in between because I was like, oh, we're just talking, okay? And then I cut it off right when she said, for anyone in the future, and I was like, shit, I gotta record again. Oh, no.
It is called Super Hell. You can find it on Spotify, you can find it on YouTube. There's a Twitter for it. There's a Tumblr for it.
God.
Oh my
And
god.
eventually it will be a code project with 5 queers and a trench coat.
God. Amazing.
This combat was brought to you by Super Hell.
This is sponsored in part by Super Hell. We all go there someday.
God. D&D?
D&D.
You mean we're not already there?
Miss B sister is so cute.
D&D?
Yes.
She's very
Who wants
cute.
to do recap?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, shit.
So, last time we started off with investigating the workshop because there's a fire was done to it, and and then Aster did his spooky vision and saw that there is more of the spooky embers and so everywhere, and he touched it, and for some reason it still did him an ouch. And then Lord Kinjiro came in, and he was understandably upset. He couldn't find anything outright missing or disturbed there, aside from the scorch marks everywhere. And then we talked to the gossip. I forget her name.
No,
we talked to the housekeeper.
Housekeeper, yes.
Yeah.
We talked to the housekeeper.
Ayana Goldwater?
Ayana Goldwater,
Yeah.
that's right. And then Nagi said a treason in front of her.
Yeah. Accidental treason.
From there, we started talking about doing a seance because there's fire ghosts. And apparently all illusion of ghosts aren't real has gone out the window. Just absolutely yoked.
Eat it out. We don't need it.
And
if there was any other answer, it would not have.
And then there was a microaggression against the cowman.
As usual.
As usual.
Yeah.
And then Julius and Alex found a painting of someone who looked an awful lot like Shinji, right?
I think
Yeah.
it was Shinji.
Kenjiro, but except
Yeah.
this guy was 200 years older than Shinji Kenjiro, which is, super sus. And then we had a lunch, and then Aster and Nagi talked to Lord Kenjiro, and they're like, yo, someone's using your papa's face. And he's like, what? Gasp. And he was honestly genuinely upset over it. So, yeah.
I also should mention that he was also pissed the fuck off.
Yeah, he was genuinely upset over it. And
I was just gonna say real quick that the guy that looked like Shinji was Abe Kenjiro.
Abe Kenjiro, yes.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
And then from there, we said we would try and take care of it. And then I think you guys did a break-in, right? Of the second of
we
the...
did a little bit of a break-in.
Yeah, and you discovered that there was...
Snowball did a break-in.
Snowball did a break-in.
Lord Shinji Kenjiro was there with a head injury and very much not able to walk around at night and be rude to the staff.
Totally fucking comatose.
Yeah, absolutely zonked out.
Lost in the sauce.
Yeah, whatever sauce
that's
there was.
one way to
was lost.
describe it.
He had some sort of indent in his head.
Yeah.
He's fallen and he can't get up.
Yeah, and
Jesus.
what was that? It from? Was that?
Yeah,
it?
that's
Or-
where
Yeah,
we
we
left
finished
off.
right after we
Snowball did a thing and got in there because Granny did the thing, but yeah.
Snowball was successfully yeeted out of the room, and Ix and Granny made their way off to join the others, and that was where we ended.
Mm-hmm.
know this because I got a message from PK the next day kind of going, oh, so I hope you appreciate this, but I had to do crimes without you.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It was good.
And that was going on while Aster and Nagi were talking to Lord Kinjiro, right? Or
I
no?
think so.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. And that was about taking notes, because I forgot to take notes last session.
Nice.
Amazing.
Well, excellent.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, I did take notes for the beginning of last session. I still missed several of those points.
Mood.
Yeah.
I had them, but my process for putting stuff down is broken, so.
Oh, mood.
We're gonna start with the last thing that was going on during this little period of time, which was, I believe, somebody was going to go speak to Toko.
Oh god,
Oh, right.
Julius
And
was
literally all
roped
of
into it.
Yeah, because everyone else said not it.
Everyone was playing
Yeah.
nose with that, from what I
Julius
remember.
got the short straw and had to go,
Yeah, because everybody's like, I've got something
God.
to do, averts eyes, and he's like, God damn it, it's gotta be me.
It's gotta be
Oof.
me.
It's gotta be me. I should plug that.
Okay.
He probably would try to enlist somebody to go with him, because he'd,
I
He
think
were.
the only person not currently busy is Alex.
What are you doing?
Going to talk to Toko, the bastard elf man that's just gotta stick up his ass.
Yeah, Alex.
The aggressively lawful motherfucker who...
Yeah.
Alex.
He'll
Also,
go.
you sound really far away from your mic,
Supervision.
Nocturne. You
Nocturne
sound far away
sound.
from me. Far.
Mm-hmm.
Nocturne?
Sorry,
It's okay.
it doesn't matter.
It's okay. Would Alex be willing to go with Julius?
Yeah, I said Alex will go with Julius because,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
someone's gotta supervise him.
Because
What
sexy
crimes with-
tiefling man.
Yeah. Who
It
knows
has
what crimes he'll
nothing to do
commit?
with this. Alex, doesn't care about the sex in this. I'm gonna say Alex does not care. It's more the bastardry.
yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. You don't know what he can commit.
Alex is very aware of what he can do.
Before Julius goes, though, Nin's gonna tap him on the shoulder and just quietly hand him a, let's say a rat this time, and just say, you have to do.
He'll look at the rat and then look at you, and then a slow grin goes on his face, and he'll just pet the rat a little bit and say, I'll do what needs to be done.
I believe in you.
This sounds like an assassination attempt.
He gives you a wink and like those finger guns, but just like with one hand because he's holding the rat. Just like, eh.
He's got pockets.
Yeah, I know, but he's holding the rat because friend, and then he'll put it in his pocket.
Fair.
Let him feel like a Disney princess for a minute.
Fine.
You two find Toko in the game room on the second floor. It's next to the library. He is he appears to be sort of he appears to be sort of setting up the Go board for a game. It's not. He's the only one here. It's not clear who his opponent's going to be, or if he's playing at all. But he seems to at least be setting the damn thing up. Against one wall, he set the phonograph going. It's a very nice, sort of classical piece. it's very light, a lot of gentle chimes, and what sounds like a koto, probably. He kind of glances when you all enter, and he kind of gives you like a nod, but doesn't really like go to like talk to you. He seems to be focused on putting these little pieces in order.
Julius won't necessarily pay too much mind to that. He'll just like kind of easily like lace his hands together a little bit and like behind his back, and like lean forward in that kind of interested way and just say, so that's what that's for. I didn't hear what that meant. And plays music then.
Yeah. It's a interesting thing. I don't know a lot about it, but it's nice.
Indeed. Well, considering we're under employ here for the moment, we figured we'd talk with you for a little bit, see if there's anything you can shed light on the current events of the household. If you're not too busy. I don't know what to ask. Fuck.
Alex is just standing behind Julius, looking like the vaguest of intimidating. Like, as mild as possible. He's really only using his height to do it.
Fair enough.
Goodness.
You are taller than Toko.
I'm assuming I'm taller than every single NPC we encounter, unless told otherwise.
Fair enough. Toko is, however, dressed very, like officially. Again, he's not wearing like guard armor, but he definitely has like a uniform and the crest of the Chalasian military force emblazoned on his sort of the left breast of his sort of robe there.
Gotcha. Well, look, I'm gonna say it. Is there anyone you suspect? Might help narrow down the choices we're trying to figure out.
He kind of looks over at you and kind of glances over kind of towards the door, and goes, well, if I'm being frank, I don't know how anyone got in or out, which makes me think that someone who already has access to the house is at least involved, though I haven't managed to root them out yet.
Julius will just nod. That was something I suspected as well. Unless they have a magical means of entering this place. Does it have any wards against transportation magic into the premises?
The outer walls do.
Alright. Well, that would definitely rule that out. What about people that would have had access? Do you keep a list of those? Or at least people that have come within the last month or so?
There is the staff roles. There are my sort of staff rotation. Visitors, I probably have to ask Anaya. I mostly keep numbers for that sort of thing, not names.
Oh, that's fair. Do you know anybody on the premises that uses magic of any sort, or has...
I know Miss Goldwater has little. I'm not quite sure as to the extent. She's not a trained mage or anything. She's just some basic charms, I think. A couple of my men have some magical ability. I think one or two of the staff have access to a couple of also basic charms, but that's just, I think, like, what's the cleaning one? The
Prestidigitation.
Thank you. I don't know that much.
You know enough. It's fine.
I know more about combat magic than I do household.
He'll just nod. Well, that can be useful. Always in one. Trying to think of what might get a reaction out of this guy.
He has sort of stood up from the go board, and the way he holds himself is very military posture. Julius, especially Alex, who has a good wisdom score and presumably a half-decent passive insight.
I think so. Let me double check. Plus 5 to insight.
Yeah. This man very much comes across as someone who's definitely served, like boots on the ground, but has since been promoted. He very much has that sort of rigidity to his back and his movement.
Gotta stick up his butt.
Hold on, I was thinking something. I think, Alex would notice, probably because we've been traveling together for a little while, that Julius, despite his, like, relaxed hands behind his back, kind of just, like, interested stance, just, like, looking quite, relaxed, he is very tense compared to, how he usually is, I suppose. Very much trying to seem more easygoing than he actually is. What else would he ask, though? Shit. See, this is where this is why I don't go do things like this. Hold on. Let me look through my notes real quick. He'll kind of tap his chin a little bit, pull his hands from behind his back. Do you know anybody who might have a vendetta against the current lord? Any reason for them to dislike his activities?
He sort of looks at you and he kind of rolls his shoulders back a little bit and he goes, well, I'll get this out of the way. I find some of his hobbies to be a bit unbecoming of his station. I'm sure that is not something will be hard to discover. I'm not going to keep that from you. There is one thing that concerns me, and that is... No, it's not that he has hobbies, it's the specific hobbies that he has.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. He goes, the one concern that I would have... There seems to be a bit of confusion regarding his father's retirement. I arrived after that. I did not work with the ex-lord, the previous lord. As far as I'm aware, he is receiving medical care at a separate house, which is fine. Retirement is perfectly a valid way to pass along power. However, I worry that the prevalence of alternate rumors and the confusion might have... I don't know. I haven't seen evidence of it, but it is something that concerns me. Unclear transitions of power can be damaging.
He'll kind of frown a little bit, and he'll glance at the door and then just quietly close it and kind of step forward a little bit. What concerns? Is there something untoward you're thinking?
Make a persuasion check.
Sure. Give me 1 second. Oh, my food is here. Hold on. I'm gonna make my persuasion check, though. Fuck, okay. Come on, Julius, roll well, please! Woohoo! 20. Okay. Phew.
Okay.
Can I go grab my food real quick while you think about it?
Go quick.
Okay,
Go
thank
quick.
you.
Yeah,
I
I need to think about exactly how he wants to say things.
Food.
Can Alex stand up straight in this room?
Yes, the ceilings are high enough.
Epic.
This is part of the grandeur of this noble building is that it is very tall ceilings and is very sort of spacious.
Alex.
Wait, never mind.
Finally, a
I gotta
solution
grab
that
a
Alex
stupid
is back
fork.
Are you back?
One
Fred?
sec, I gotta grab a fork. I forgot I took no silverware, please, on my thing. Hold on.
But yeah, Alex can stand up.
He is standing. Alex is standing. He's just standing.
Alex, every once in a while, Alex gets to be in a building that accommodates his height, and he stands up, and the upper part of his back just
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Poor Alex.
Got the back cracks. The crunchiest spine.
The crunchiest. Oh my god.
Sometimes Alex stretches his body makes very concerning sounds.
Oh no.
Same, buddy.
It's a big mood.
So Ren, okay.
Yes,
Julius.
I'm back. Sorry.
He kind of, with that 20, he kind of looks at you and then Alex, and then he reaches over and he kind of there is a small volume control on the phonograph.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of turns it up a little bit.
Alright.
Before he goes, well, Waki is a good leader and a good lord, and I've been quite proud of how he has progressed in taking over his roles. However, if there are some people who believe that perhaps something is a bit amiss with the transition of power, Waki's standing as an authority here in this prefecture is questionable.
Do you think somebody with that sort of... Would you think somebody would willingly attempt to... And he'll kind of just... He'll take, like, maybe like a piece of paper or something, and just kind of, like, knock it off the table and, like, look at him. He won't say what he wanted to say, but, we'll show him the action and wait for a response.
I don't know. I'm not native to this place. I know that a lot of people looked up to and liked Shinji very much. And I know that their confusion about his state and current whereabouts could cause issues, I think. It's a concern that I have. It's something that is been on my mind.
Does it seem like what he is talking about is like an actual genuine thing instead of him like desperately trying to convince somebody that...
Roll an insight check.
I wish your insight was better, buddy.
Alex could also roll if he wants.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's a 5.
Hey!
Julie has no idea.
Yeah.
Alex,
Hi.
you get the vibe this man is actually being genuine.
Oh, for once?
He seems like he has an idea of the way that like political nonsense works.
Mm-hmm.
And he is legitimately kind of like, if there is something fishy about the line of succession, we could have problems.
Yeah.
And even if there's not actually anything fishy, if people come to believe that there's something fishy, we could have problems.
Yeah.
Kind of says, I hope everything works out, you know?
So do I. I would like to find whoever's responsible for these things sooner rather than later. If that means additional reinforcements from the capital, that's fine.
I'd hope it doesn't come to that, though.
We wouldn't want the work, but we'll see if we can do something relatively quickly. And discreetly.
That would be appreciated. He seems to kind of latch onto the idea of discretion here.
Mm-hmm. That's why Julius said it. He figured he was the type that would appreciate that. Considering he seems very concerned about other people's what would you say, their visage of what's going on and their opinion of it, so
Mm-hmm.
he'll just nod. Well, we will keep that in consideration and I guess do more digging.
I know if you have any more questions about that sort of situation, I suppose Miss Goldwater would be who I would ask you to point you towards. I know she was very close with Shinji. And he sort of leans into that sort of like emphasis there on very close.
Alex raises an eyebrow.
Oh.
Would I think this to be the sexual type?
Make an insight check.
Oh god. Okay.
Alex is raising an eyebrow.
See, Julius does better when it has to do with something else.
It's not. It doesn't seem actually to be sexual.
Okay.
It seems instead that he is trying to imply something.
Yeah.
Perhaps about Anaya's loyalties.
Yeah.
Perhaps?
I figured. Because I was like, either
Alex-
this is sexual or they really,
Tell me about it, Parker. Info dump to me.
Oh,
Yeah, he's not implying any sexual dalliance here. He's more implying, like, if there was someone to be upset in the household about any, like, succession wobbly, Anaya Goldwater might be sort of your big hint, in terms of who was really close to the previous lord and might be upset if something isn't above board. The way he says it, kind of taking in conjunction about what he said earlier about needing someone on the inside of the house, and the way he seems to sort of separate himself and the guard from the rest of the household.
Excuse me.
Toko, you're getting the vibe that Toko is perhaps a little bit more suspicious of Goldwater than he's letting on. Like, verbally.
Mm-hmm.
Because he is a good military boy. God, I hate that Alex gets such high insight rolls and like good rolls and stuff like this, because he has no idea what to do with this information.
But at the same time, he seems legitimate. Like, this is what, like, not that he's trying to shift blame, that this is, like, what he thinks. Legitimately.
He's an ass, but he's honest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Alex appreciates that, actually.
Yeah.
Alex? Not gonna lie, Alex kind of likes this dude. Not in a, like, I'd hang out with you way, but in a, like, I have a great appreciation for you. Even though he is a cop.
I like him better now. Instead of him trying to lower our money rewards like a fucking capitalist asshole.
I mean, he is a cop.
Mm-hmm.
So that is many, many points against him in Alex's eyes.
Yep.
I guess I kind of respect him. Yeah, he just very close with Shinji. Do you have any more questions?
Actually, what you've provided is much more than we had before. I really appreciate it.
He nods, and he kind of reaches over and turns the music back down a little bit.
Thanks for all your help.
Thank you. I'm glad to see such capable investigators working in conjunction with the city guard.
Julius will grin.
Working against you is just gonna impede the investigation.
Julius
Not helpful.
Julius is gonna open the door and, like, just grin back at him and say, "It is my job."
He nods. Although you say that, Alex, there's kind of an expression on his face like, that's not what I meant. But okay.
Like, Alex knows what anybody means at any given time.
Gods. Well, we'll let you get back to your business. I appreciate your help.
He nods and he turns back to the board. And picks up the pieces again and starts to place them.
That's skedaddle.
Please, no one ask me to explain Go or how to play it, because I don't understand Go.
I know how to play it. It's actually not that hard. But it would take a while to explain.
Yeah. you all meet up after your various information gatherings.
That went less worse than I thought it was going to.
Alex conveys the information about Toko. And
where Alex
tells the party all the stuff he got from the high insight rolls that no one else would have gotten.
Excellent. Yeah. I.e. Julius.
Nagi is just like, oh, so they weren't, and she makes hand motions that you can assume she thinks mean sex, but it's very wrong. It's like, obviously doesn't know what she's talking about.
I love her so fucking much.
Yep. Julius just like tries to copy the motion and just like mouths, how? What?
I love the idea of Julius going, oh god, is this what she thinks?
He's more doing the motions to be like, is that possible?
This Julius a gamer?
God.
I mean, if you tweak it a little, it works, but...
Why?
Because he's bastard man. That's why. Anyways, It seems like we have a reason to be suspicious of certain individuals.
Plenty of individuals, but then I'm suspicious of everyone, so maybe ignore me.
Are you suspicious of me?
I'm suspicious of me sometimes.
She nods, like solemnly at that.
I mean, I like you, but that doesn't mean I'm not necessarily suspicious of you.
Should we have put up the dome before we started sharing information? Would we have done that?
You have to go fucking camp out in the ballroom real quick.
Yeah.
I mean,
team huddle in the ballroom.
Are we being careful, or are we just being kind of careful?
We should.
That's my question.
We should be careful, I think.
Okay, then we can find a spot that will adequately fit the dome.
The ballroom is the easiest open place to go that the dome will not block other ways of walking around shit.
Excellent.
But we are making a dome in the ballroom.
I love the way we're just like, yeah, let's not be suspicious. Let's go put a giant fucking dome in the middle of the fucking ballroom.
We literally did it last week.
Except we did it in a garden that day.
We did it in the garden last week.
It was still the fucking inside garden.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It wasn't unsuspicious.
Mm-hmm. I mean, our goal isn't to not be suspicious, it's just that we don't want our words overheard and accidentally be said, treason, and then get kicked out.
We've already said too much treason, so the goal is to say as little treason as possible. Mm-hmm. So I think we should do the dome regardless of how suspicious it makes us look.
Mm-hmm.
At least they won't hear our treason, okay?
I mean, think of it this way. If you're in a football game, people do a team huddle, they still know you're huddling. You're making plans. They just don't know what they are.
Yeah.
Treason just quietly.
Yeah.
We are playing football in our game of D&D right now.
Playing fucking football, you guys.
Y'all head to the ballroom, and just in the fucking center of the room, you pop up the fucking dome, okay?
I didn't have to do it in the center of the fucking room, but I guess it is now. We're committed to making this as suspicious as possible.
Let's be suspicious. Let's be suspicious.
Okay, so now we're having this conversation in the dome.
Alex says everything in the dome, I guess.
So, okay. Toko and Goldwater suspect each other.
They're both suspicious for different reasons, but yet from what we've been told, they both sound like we shouldn't be suspecting them.
Toko seems like he's very loyal to the system, and Ayana seems like she's very loyal to the person. And between them, that doesn't give motive for he makes a gesture to.
I mean, Toko said he thought that the father was getting care in another house. Why in God's name would they hide their sick or dying lord, past lord, ex-lord, whatever the fuck?
Maybe there's something. Maybe they're afraid
Unless-
of losing,
Assassination?
Unless it was done on purpose.
I don't know.
Maybe there's
Assassination is an option. There's also,
Usually assassins are for finishing a job. If people were going to do this, they would hire someone more not discreet, but...
If the gentleman, if the former lord's injury was deliberate, if his current state is deliberate, they wouldn't bother with the care they're giving him.
That's true.
Are you sure?
yeah.
They truly, I am. I mean, if they wouldn't bother with the care, there's no reason to fake care for a performance that they're not going to let anybody see. And take it from me, dears, I'm very old. When you're old, sometimes you fall and you hit your head and you just don't get back up again.
Or maybe
Nagi
they're
looks
doing
up
this
very
out of a
worried
sense
and
of guilt.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes
also-
you just fall.
I saw how the Lord reacted when we brought up that we had seen someone who looked like him walking around. He was hurt and he was angry, and I really do think he cares for his father immensely.
What if there's somebody else who has something to gain with Waki being in power?
I mean, Toko had talked about possibly talking to Goldwater and seeing if there was anybody else who worked under the previous lord that we could talk to. Perhaps they would have some insight. More than we're getting right now. See if they had any spats between parent and child. Anyone that would have had something to gain for Waki being in power.
Or for Waki being removed from power.
Mm-hmm.
Because
of an unstable transfer of power.
yeah.
Not gonna lie, I bet you if Waki's father had been, I guess, seen in that condition, people would think it was either deliberate or an accident. It could make it, what would you say, even more suspicious, and people could blame the Lord. Maybe they're just trying to cover that up.
The instant assumption here was that it was somehow on purpose, even though it very well was just a, easy accident. So imagine if the rumors started spreading on a large scale. I mean, it makes perfect sense to me why they should keep this secret. And
Julius kind of looks at you, Irene. People do a lot of things to keep power, or to start
it
power.
also,
young man,
as well as that, there's the fact that from what you said about the condition that Shinji Kanjuro was in, being able to monitor his care without people sticky beaking, because it sounds like he was in a really bad way.
well,
So
he's in a poor state, and he's clearly been like this for quite some time. And I think, truly, I do believe that it's just them trying to give the old man as much care as they can in his last stages of life.
I suspect it's also the Lord Waki not wanting to betray his duties as either the Lord or as his son. As still be close enough to do his duties as the Lord, but also still be able to see his father and take care of him. It makes sense that he'd be close to home for that, so that the Lord Walkie isn't having to travel back and forth constantly.
And it,
Yeah,
like you
that
had said
would draw
before,
more suspicion.
and like you had said before, it will keep people who could be messing with him or do something to endanger the life of their father. Yeah, to keep them hidden and safe. I usually expect the worst and go from there. I don't usually expect good from those types.
Well. I suppose the question now becomes, what are the next steps in terms of figuring out what in the world is going on?
Talk to Goldwater again?
We clearly can't rely on it just being the office or library that gets attacked anymore.
No, indeed.
I feel like we would have a good chance of possibly catching whoever's doing this if we have one or two people on each floor of the house. Just
All of the places that have been targeted so far are linked with Lord Kenjiro, so places associated with him might be a sensible point to place more of our people.
It seems to be very much about the Lord himself.
Exactly.
Do we want to have a discussion with Miss Goldwater then, and then perhaps form some opinions about the likely places to be targeted so that we can work out where to set our watches?
Sure. Although I still think someone should maybe stick to the library, because last time we did see who was apparently Shinji Kenjiro.
This is true. I mean, I'd certainly be happy to watch the library, but
I'd be willing to as well.
I'll go wherever you think I'll be useful. I'm a little out of my depth right now, I don't mind admitting.
I'll stick to the third floor if that's...
frantically pulling up the floor plans so I can remember where the fuck shit is.
I think the third floor was the Walkie's area, so that's like his bedroom and all that other stuff.
Fourth floor is the bedrooms.
Oh, fourth, yes.
Third floor is the garden and workshop.
Then I meant the fourth.
As well as the guest bedrooms.
I mean, presumably we should station somebody on the fourth floor.
Yeah, that's what I had meant.
As out of way as possible about the family quarters.
Within shouting distance.
Or even, right smack bang outside the family quarters.
All right.
I promise not to eavesdrop at the doors. That would be creepy.
Do you really, dear?
Well, mostly. Only if interesting conversations are going on. There are some things that nobody needs to hear.
That's the point where you stick cotton in your ears.
Yes, that too. Pillow over the head, fingers in ears. We've all been there.
You do
Start
sound
singing...
like you talk with some experience.
Well, you learn these things over the years.
Nagi just leans over to Irene. What things did I learn over the years?
We'll talk about it later, dearie.
She just nods.
I'll tell you all about where I grew up at some point. I'm sure it will be an educational experience.
Oh boy.
Goodness.
So, what's the plan?
You think we fucking know?
Well, Julius will take watch on 4th floor, I guess.
Are we gonna talk to what's-her-face, the lady?
We should, yeah.
Are we gonna do that first? What time is it?
Yeah, we should. I think it's earlier, right?
It is. You're kind of edging on dinner time.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because what happened was early in the morning, and so we've had some time to mess with stuff.
Okay. So, I don't think all of us should probably go talk to what's-her-face.
No.
So, who wants to volunteer as tribute to go poke that bear?
There's silence on the airwaves. X will volunteer only if nobody else does.
Nagi will go, but Ix does.
That's a great combination.
I'm not volunteering to go, but since the library is mentioned, Julius will kind of just scratch the side of his face and just say, I can take a look at the library for a minute, see if I find anything suspicious.
Go talk to Anaya, I suppose.
Alright.
Okay. Finding Anaya.
It's a bad idea, but I will go talk to her.
Let's do it.
It's not that hard to find Anaya. She is starting to kind of get things moving to do what the house needs to do to prepare for the Lord's dinner. But other than that, she's easy to find.
Miss Goldwater, I'm really sorry to interrupt. I know you are super busy with everything going on at this time of day. We just have a few questions.
That's fine. What do you need?
Instantly occurs to me, I have no idea what we're supposed to be asking.
Weren't we supposed to ask about if there's anyone from Shinji Kenjiro's staff that we could talk to that worked under Shinji Kenjiro? Or
I kind of maybe phased out of that conversation a little bit earlier.
That's all, though, right, guys? That's all we were going to ask about?
I think so. Because we just wanted to find somebody who would be able to talk about the old lord and possibly maybe, like, if anybody had any issues with him or the son with inheritance and stuff.
Okay. We were looking for someone who, mostly curious, following up on a few points of investigation. We just wondered if there was anyone amongst the staff who worked in the household when Lord Shinji Kenjiro was the lord in charge, as it were. Just wanting to, as I say, follow up on a few points, get a personal perspective of the things that might have happened when he was in charge.
Well, there's me. I served as head of house for the majority of the time Shinji was in charge.
Really? And you are the only one that transferred over when Lord Waki took over?
She's kind of like got this like kind of like trying to think for a second. Yuki transitioned. The cook. She was with us. We did experience a very large amount of turnover right after Shinji retired. Though that's not unusual. I could point to you to a few names in town. I think they're mostly still here.
That would be helpful. I was just about to ask about, former staff that we could maybe talk to.
She nods. Well, off the top of my head, I need to pull up fantasy name generators because I forgot what I was going to name these people.
That's valid.
She kind of lists. She kind of like pauses for a second to like try to think. And she gives you a couple of names. Hold on, where the fuck is there? She says, well, Old Uman is probably still working at the tavern. Asol Shaw, I think she transitioned to another one of the Lord's staffs. Not another one of the noble staffs. Yeah. Shinjo moved to Horatari. She kind of prattles off some names. Your best bet to get information immediately would probably be Old Uman, though. Uman Griogal is the name she gives you. He wasn't a permanent member of staff. He was the closest thing to court bard or musician we had. Shinji had a soft spot for him.
I mean, I'm probably stating something you already know here, but the reason we're asking is this clearly seems directed at the family in a way that feels personal, and we're just trying to kind of gather as much information as possible as to why someone might feel slighted or dissatisfied with the way that the family does things in order to carry out this kind of concerted attack upon the family household. I mean, it feels personal in a way that is beyond just somebody who felt, cheated in the marketplace, if you understand what I am saying.
I understand what you're saying.
I mean, is there anything that... And she lowers her voice. I mean, is there anyone who you think could hold this kind of vendetta against the family? You understand that we do not want to kind of elicit gossip here, but the more information we have, the quicker this will be to resolve.
That helps. Is there anyone who is capable of powerful magics that might...
You need to understand the Kanjiro family has been in power for many, many, many generations. There are a lot of people that have an issue, one way or the other.
There is a bit of a difference between having an issue and taking someone to task in the political sphere and invading their very home. As I said, this is deeply personal rather than political.
She's like trying to think. I could give you a lot of names of people we've had issues with, but I don't know if any of them in specific would have that sort of thing.
An insight check to see if she seems genuine on that point.
Go for it.
20.
Yeah, she seems genuinely like she's like, listen, we've been in power for a very long time.
Yeah.
I suppose. I mean, maybe there are some separatists that feel betrayed, but if you wanted that sort of thing, I think Alderman might actually be your best bet. He knows a lot about the history of this family.
Don't mean to speak out of turn here, but was there anyone who was particularly upset when Lord Waki took over?
She thinks for a second. I don't think so. I don't remember anything in specific, no.
Which case, I suppose Yuman is our next point of call. Would you agree, Nagi?
Yeah, we should probably maybe see him as soon as possible.
She nods and she tells you that last she knew, he was sort of acting as sort of in-house bard for the local inn in town, one of the local inns in town, on the upper side in Purplewood, called the Bloody Fairy Tavern.
I like the sound of the place already.
Right. Thank you so much for your time, Anaya. Or Miss Water.
She nods. And she very much gets quickly back to work. What was the other thing people wanted to do before nightfall?
Julius wanted to go.
I don't think we had one that we wanted to do before nightfall. I think we were just talking about what we were going to do.
Just wanted to inspect the library real quick. Just
right. Yeah. Make an investigation check.
Okay. All right. Come on, Sleuth Julius. Let's go.
Still has a mouse in his pocket.
Nope, that's a 5. My boy's not in it today.
There's some books.
That's some nice books. Look at that spine.
You actually get distracted. There's a corner of one of the shelves that is dedicated to sort of religious sort of theology, like theology texts.
Mm.
And there is one titled Lede Celestial Servitude and Individual Expression. It seems to be an academic text.
Julius will kind of lean back a little bit, look left to right if anybody's in the room with them, just to see if he's alone, and then pluck it off the shelf and look at it. Just open it up, start reading a little bit, see what's it about.
It is semi-theological and semi-academic in terms of its sort of content. It's both a theological text and a sort of historical, sociological one. It is a little bit above your head in some of the jargons that's here. You don't have the full academic.
Keep in mind, Julius's intelligence is a 16.
yes, you have a 16 intelligence, but I'm talking there is a different, you can comprehend and you use context clues, but there are some you don't know the specific definitions of these words.
No, that's fair. He'll just mutter to himself and be like, why the hell do they have to use all the fancy fucking words?
It is about the day, and it is about specifically the way she seems to use various spirits and mortal humanoid representation to enact her will on the mortal plane, and specifically a study on that versus her mandates of personal expression and freedom, and how they sort of both like contradict, but also aren't mutually exclusive with one another sometimes. Something that does catch your eye that there's a whole chapter on Lede and Kitsune.
He just stares at it for a minute and just like rubs his temple a little bit. He's like, of course, it's yeah, makes sense. How stupid was I? And he'll just keep looking.
You don't find anything of note, though, besides
that.
You get kind of distracted by that, and your thoughts kind of go in that direction.
He just, like, puts a finger in the spine of the book, rubs his neck, and he's like, okay, I've done my due diligence. And we'll put the book back.
Mm-hmm. The chapter on Kitsune specifically kind of talks about how Lede seems to have if not there's a couple of interpretations of one that she either has a very loyal Kitsune, or she just has a fondness for them and tends to use multiple at a time. It's not quite clear. But this text very much takes the interpretation that there is just the one.
Gotcha. That's a little interesting to him. He'll just mull on that for a little bit.
Can Irene at some point take like 2 minutes to herself with some privacy and cast sending?
Sure.
Okay. She would like to send it to her granddaughter Ara, and she will say, Ara dear, it's Granny. Change in itinerary. I'm in Haksan. It's lovely. How are things at home? Take care, dear. I love you very much.
Hold on, let me pull up and remember which one this is.
Yeah, okay.
That's cute.
You said Ara?
Ara, yes.
Right, okay. She kind of... There's a pause, and then... Oh! Hi, Grandma. Things are good. Ina's been asking after you. Nice to hear. Why are you in Hexon? And that's it.
Excellent. Irene will not follow up because that would be her last. That would be her last third level spell slot, and I feel like I might need it. So she will follow up tomorrow.
Fair enough, I suppose. Dinner
be that person who texts and then doesn't reply for. There is one thing Asta wants to do before dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And that is attempt to locate object on the...
Okay. Cast locate object. Would you make me a spellcasting check?
Sure.
That's fine. That was the DC. You kind of send your magic out, looking to see, like, in like a waves, trying to find it, like if it pings anything, and it comes pretty quickly. Actually, it sparks in your mental sort of vision of what you're looking for, and it sort of pings. Where are you standing?
I think he would be initiating this from the library.
It is surprisingly close.
Eyes emoji.
Mm-hmm.
And you're getting seems to be coming from upstairs.
Well, I've got 10 minutes to follow it, so...
Which staircase do you head up? It seems to be closer to you on this left side of the house than on the right side.
Probably the leftward side, then. Whichever will get me closer to the left side of the...
Yes, so you head up the leftward spiral staircase, and the third floor still doesn't quite get there. It still seems up. And so you head up into the 4th floor left attic. And...
Is that the one that's cordoned off?
No, that is the other one.
Okay.
This is not the one with Shinji in it. And sort of following the trail and the sort of radar pings you're getting, you sort of start to search through some of the boxes and crates, and there's cloth over tapestries, and kind of push things aside and nudge them until you're valid. I was about to fucking change the, I'm gonna change the background soon in a minute anyway. Until you find, hidden in the back corner, a small box that, as far as you can tell, has what you're looking for inside.
Yeah, he's gonna try and open it.
It opens easily. It's not locked or anything. It's just a small wooden box. Inside, you find pieces of clothing, sealed, unsealed envelopes. You find a couple of books, some stationery.
Okay. Which means the next step is to go and talk to... Do I think I have enough time before dinner to either get Ayana or Waki?
Probably not.
Okay. Give me a second to mark off spell slot.
What a twist!
I have a question.
Yeah?
How much money are we supposed to have individually?
It depends, because some people spent money.
Because I haven't. Alex hasn't really spent anything, and I've got 79. I don't know if that's like the right number because I don't know if we got stuff, and I just didn't add it.
Yeah, that's really low because Nagi hasn't spent any money. And she's got 300.
Yeah, I think you're missing like 100 gold and some silver. I think because we had gotten.
Probably.
It's somewhere up in messages. We gotta find it though.
Yeah, I was like, Y'all keep track of that shit.
I have
Yeah.
157, and I spend a lot, so...
I have 300 and I spent
Yeah.
jack or shit.
Let me see.
I have just under 300, but Ix has spent nothing.
I think.
Apart from some arrows and a healing potion.
So yeah, you should probably have about 300 and something.
Okay.
What is this?
I get. If I missed the
131.
session and it got, if I missed the session and it got divided with that, Alex, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
It got divided between everybody. We just didn't necessarily put it in Alex's sheet.
Yeah. I remember it being done.
Yeah, I'm looking
I think
through
we have it.
GP real quick. I don't know if I'm gonna find it. But...
Which,
that's not it.
how big is this box?
It's a relatively good sized crate.
Is it about the size of like the rose whistle crate from?
Yes, you might be able to carry it.
Secondary question. I know you said before that after the Lord's Dinner, the Lord tends to retire to somewhere, but I can't remember where.
He tends to retire to his study or his workshop for an hour or two, and then he goes to bed.
Okay. So I think I'm gonna head to the study so that afterwards I can.
Are you trying to take the box with you?
Yes.
Make me a strength check.
So I found one with the wolves that we got 64 gold and 2 silver for that.
And then we got some more for the
Yeah.
the werewolf for that.
That was the wolfy thing, I think.
And
I'm trying to
we
find
also
the
got
other stuff.
Something else from the Chimera. I forget how much.
Yeah, it was.
That's an 18 on that strength check.
Oh no, that was
Yeah.
64
Hold on.
gold and 2 silver in total for both jobs. Because that was 150
And then we
gold
got
total.
money from strays.
Yeah, I don't know what the strays is though. I have to go back some more. Sorry for interrupting.
You're good. You
Aska, once again, unusually buff 15-year-old.
Aster, you go to pick up this box. And it's kind of heavy in a weird way. A bit heavier than you would expect.
Oh, here we go.
What's your passive perception? Joe? I think Joe got yoked.
Oh no.
I think so. Yeah, it's just kind of highlighted with a green circle around.
Okay, I think I found the rest of the stuff, so
Yep.
there you go.
There we go.
Yoted.
Yoted. Joe?
Hello?
Oh no.
Where's Joe?
Its code says no rights for Joe.
There
Joe?
you are?
Whoa.
Would you make me a perception check, please?
No. No perception. No rights.
Of course there's no rights.
Joe?
Are we?
There you go. Oh,
Hello?
Hello?
there you go.
Okay, sorry.
Would you make me a perception check, please?
Nice.
Would you make me a charisma saving throw?
Uh-oh.
No.
At disadvantage.
Ooh.
Ah.
Okay. Aster, you drop the box.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Does anything else happen that I'm aware of?
Your hands reach out and close the box up and clumsily start to move things back into place so that it's hidden behind things again.
Does he have enough awareness to try and turn undead?
Make me a wisdom. Make me an insight check. Yeah, something's up. Something is up. You can try turn undead.
Guide my step. He murmurs, and he's gonna try and...
Make me a Constitution saving throw. You start to say the words that would bring your channel divinity out, and then your mouth snaps shut.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Changing plans, then. I'm gonna PM you the next thing Aster's gonna try and do. Because this does not require a verbal component, I had just planned to use one. I'm just checking the name.
Oh, so cute.
And again, it doesn't require a verbal component. I have just been using it. I had just been planning to use it as if it had one.
Okay, here's the fun thing. Your body starts moving without your permission.
Uh-oh.
Rude.
Yeah.
And you feel yourself being pushed away from your physical control. And at first, sort of stumbling, but slowly getting more proficient with it, you begin to walk downstairs.
This isn't good. This is not good.
everyone else. Aster walks downstairs from the attic. He walks all the way down to the bottom floor where Waki Kinjiro, Anaya Goldwater, and Toko Seongmin are eating dinner. And they all kind of look up as Aster sort of enters. And Waki goes, can I help you? There's no response. As Aster moves around the table to stand next to Toko Seongmin, draws his axe.
Oh no!
Excuse me? Did any of us see this happen?
Yeah! Does he react if we talk to him while he's on his way? Like...
What?
The hell?
Holy fuck.
Aster's again gonna try and fight this. He's gonna try and, once again, force this out.
There is nothing you can do. I'm looking at the mechanics sheet, babe. Like...
Oh, for possession? Yeah.
Is there... So, if we talk to him while he's going by, does he say anything to us? He doesn't say anything at all?
He just nods his head in acknowledgement. Even if those of you, I think the ones in the library, Julius definitely saw him go.
Yeah. I mean, Julius would have walked with him, but because he would have had nothing else to do.
So Julius, you watch Aster just fucking take a swing at Toko Seongmin, and the rest of you are alerted to this situation as people begin to rapidly shout.
Oh yeah, Julius is going for Aster immediesely because this is not right.
I need to figure out what check I need to roll.
Is there any fucking thing Julius can do? Fuck. Shit. There's nothing he has, I don't think that...
Can I... because you said that the channel divinity got screwed up before I could use it. Does that mean the use of it got...
The use of it is gone. Yes, sorry.
Motherfucker! Yeah, the way you had put it made it sound like...
I'm sorry.
Oh, fuck. Oh, why does everything Julius has a wisdom save? Fuck!
Every single... Why?
Oh my god! Fuck.
Toko jumps from the table. It starts fucking shouting for guards.
Is there anything with Aster's expression that is...
Are we in here yet, or...
Yeah, are we there yet, or...
I'm going to say you all are...
Okay. Julius is gonna attempt to command him. Fuck. Wisdom save, buddy.
So here's another question for you, Parker. Can I choose to fail it?
You can certainly choose to fail it.
Because the command is being applied to the body, correct?
If you're not in charge of the body, it's whatever's in charge of the body that really applies.
Yeah.
Okay, well then, I guess there was
possession. Hold on.
Then I would use the person who's possessing them.
Wisdom.
You cannot be targeted by any targeted or affected by any attacks or spells. So it isn't. No, it would be Aster. Aster can choose to fail it technically.
Aster would choose to fail it.
Okay, what's the command?
Julius is just going to hold out his hand and just snarl, "Halt!" Because that is the thing that basically makes you does not move, takes no actions, and yeah, I mean they can't move for an action. And oh god, is there anything else he can do? I think he would just step forward in between other people and just say, "Stop, this is not normal." He wouldn't just attack you.
Yeah, when Nagi gets there, can she see if anything's wrong with Aster? Just
Aster!
like if Aster is
He's
in the right mind?
He's definitely...
Roll an insight check.
Okay.
See, here's the unfortunality.
Yeah.
Oof, 12.
He's in between. He's trying to be in between him and everyone else with that axe. Julius is putting himself in danger.
Nagi, you have no idea.
Would detect magic pull anything about his current condition?
Those current magic.
No.
Okay.
No.
Wow.
No.
I don't even know if Nin would be insightful enough to consider doing detect magic, so...
While Aster's under the control of the command, can kind of sneak up and at least take the physical weapons away?
Yeah.
From Aster.
Roll me a dexterity check, please.
Straight up dex.
Yes, straight up dex. I need to know how quickly you're moving.
Oh shit. 12.
Here's the thing, Julius. You give your command, and you feel it sort of lock Aster's body up.
Oh, God.
However, the thing that is going to make Aster swing again acts on a different turn, technically.
Yeah.
It was really smart.
If Aster's body is locked up, would he actually be able to follow through with that attack? Because
it's going to make a check to see if it can do it, but I'm going to give it the chance to make it work, to do it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, that makes sense.
Technically, this thing is not being held. It just needs to try to power through.
It's fighting against the will that is affecting the body it's possessing, basically.
Yes.
I hate to do this, but can I Fist of Unbroken Air Aster from where I am and knock him back 10 feet?
Your action for this sort of round, quote unquote, was the insight check.
Okay.
So Aster's gonna swing again, and then I'm gonna make everyone roll initiative if we're still gonna do this.
Yeah, Julius was in between, so he's probably gonna be the one that gets hit.
Okay.
He's gonna have an X on his chest now.
Yeah.
God damn.
Oh my god.
Oof.
Rip Julius.
Is that to hit or is that
That's to hit. That's to hit.
Oh, for sure. 100%. Hold on. Is there anything I can... Hold on. Oh no, that's only me. Damn it. I was hoping the Favored by the Gods could, like, throw it at somebody else, but nope, nothing I can do to get out of this one. Yeehaw, my guy.
What? Hey, Aster, what is your damage die and modifier?
For the battle axe?
Yeah.
D8 plus 3?
Alright.
Wait, is he one or two-handing it?
Two-handing it.
D10.
D10.
Hey, Julius takes 7 points of damage.
Hey, that still keeps me at 21. We're good.
Then, if that's over, then Nagi... Oh, initiative, right?
Initiative, please. Everyone roll
Okay.
initiative.
Alright.
Do you want to bring up a
20.
Yes.
Nice.
Should I roll for Aster?
Yes. You will need to roll for Aster.
Oh, I didn't select my token. Oopsie. I guess we don't have one
I
right
don't
now, but
think any
that's
of us
fine.
did.
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
Alright, sports fans.
Excuse me.
You're good.
Okay, so Parker, I guess you get to control Irene.
Yeah. Hey, Nocturne. Is Nocturne here?
Just muted.
Okay.
I think. You're here, right, Nocturne?
No, they actually had to duck
I was
out.
at BRB earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I didn't
So I'm
see
gonna
that
say
before.
Alex is just a little slow on the uptake here. Julius, what's your dex mod?
Julius's dex mod is a 2.
What's your score?
14.
Okay. There is a lot of shouting going on.
At least Julius is going last.
No, I'm going
Not Julius.
first.
Nope. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think my first stunning strike is gonna be against an ally.
Oh my god.
Aster, you don't get a response, by the way.
I figured.
Oh no, the thing's going before me,
Oh, no.
bitch! I knew it.
Rude.
He hits me once, so he's gonna
rude.
get me again.
Alright, I need to check the actual text of something. What level are you, sweetheart? Did I decide? Yes, okay.
Oh boy. I don't like that you're talking about the creature this way.
Okay. It's gonna make a decision.
Where did I mark that slot? I did not. There we go.
Aster, you feel the thing inside of you leave you.
Oh no.
And you feel yourself get released from this.
Uh-huh.
And that is all you can tell.
Yeah.
Julius! Your good buddy just swung at you.
He's gonna kind of clutch his chest a little bit, because that fucking hurt.
Does command go until your turn or until my?
It's...
Until whoever's being commanded's turn.
Yeah.
So Aster,
Until
the
its
end
next
of the target
turn.
next turn.
yeah, Aster, it would have let up on you already.
Okay.
I guess Julius
Which
would
means
just...
I think you see him exhale and...
I don't know if that would happen, though, because it's technically not... Well, I mean, we still kind of think you're attacking us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless I should roll an insight. Yeah, Julius is just gonna, do another command again. He's still holding the axe, right?
Yep.
He's gonna reach out his hand and just say, drop! Wisdom save
Aster
16.
does. He's not even going to attempt the save. He just immediately lets it.
Okay, well, he's the spell slot, and he looks a little bit confused. Oh god, what is he gonna do? What the... I guess... Well, that was an action. That's an action.
I have to roll it.
I guess he'll do as... Oh no, he can't do that. I was gonna say he's gonna summon his spiritual weapon, but... No, that's a higher level. The fuck are you gonna do, buddy? Sorry, hold on.
Welcome back, Knock.
Nocturne, can you roll initiative for me?
I heard something bad happened to the boy.
He's back to himself now, fortunately.
And as a bonus action, he will convert... He'll use 2 sorcery points to convert it into a first level spell, so he gets 1 back.
10.
So that's as much as he can do. Yeah. Okay, that's the end of Julius's turn. Oh man, that was useless. And he'll take a couple steps back.
Nagi?
Yeah, quick question. So instead of actually hurting after, can she do like a Vulcan nerve pinch stunning strike him, or?
I can say that you can pull the punch, and you can do minimum damage, but you're going to hurt him.
Okay. Sorry. She runs up and punches. Why isn't it? It's not. Oh.
But a 9 doesn't hit.
A 9
does not hit. Again. No?
No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, let me just verify his AC without the shield. That, however,
Excuse
does. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then she'll. Can I get a con save? Oh wow, that's a really good save. God,
Can I talk as a free action outside of my initiative?
No. If someone talks to you, I'll let you do it, but you cannot initiate.
Yeah, she would probably spend another. Seeing that it didn't take hold, she'll spend another key point and another key point and another con save.
Mm-hmm.
So you just done 3.
Oh, I don't know. Well, because 2 attacks and then the unarmed strike, and then bonus then key point for flurry of blows.
Yeah, and you have to use a key point stunning strike.
Yeah, I can do both. Is a thing.
A key point.
But
yeah.
Keep in mind that you have used 3 key points now.
Mm-hmm.
I've used 2 key points. 1 for stunning strike and 1 for a flurry of blows. Oh, then another stunning strike. So yeah, 3.
Yes. Yeah. Aster, you do take 20 points of damage, even at like minimum.
And then
not 20 points, 10 points of damage. Sorry.
She'll say, tell someone to get Lord get Toko away from him, and take a fighting stance just in case.
Ixalia?
Is panicking a little bit over this whole situation. This is not a good thing. I would say instead of attacking Asta, Ixalia would be kind of trying to get everyone else back and out of the room so that it is just the group that can deal with this. So she can expend their turn ushering Lord Kanjiro and Toko out of the room and kind of saying, we'll deal with this, leave it to us, just this, something is very wrong and something is going on here and it's targeting Asta and it's clearly doesn't like all of you, so if you get out of here, we will deal with this and control the situation and then report back.
Make 2 persuasion checks, 1 at disadvantage.
First regular one. Oh shit, is an 11. And at disadvantage is a 17.
Oh fuck yeah!
Ironically, you do better at persuading Toko, the man who just got swung at, than you do Lord Kanjiro.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Waki kind of takes a few steps back from the table, very much so, but he is not leaving the room Toko has also backed up quite a distance, but seeing that the Lord has not left, he sort of digs in his heels.
Could you take a free action to just say, "What the hell are you doing? Get the fuck out of here, you idiot!"
Oh my god!
God. So fucking valid.
I love
goes,
her.
"Excuse you, guards!" And he like turns and shouts over his shoulder.
Oh my god!
It's going great. Doing well.
God.
Aster made a play I wasn't expecting for. Now this happens.
Great, are you kidding?
Oh my god, this chaos is brilliant.
I love
In the
this.
future, we should communicate more.
Alex,
Yeah.
you burst into the room. You find Nagi has attacked Aster. Aster's axe is on the ground.
Julius is covered in his own blood.
Toko is shouting for the guards, and Waki is kind of like, what the hell is going on?
Aster currently can't defend himself because he's stunning striked.
Oh my
We
god.
don't know where the creature is or who it's going to possess next.
We don't even know there's a creature.
Yeah, we don't know there's a creature.
Yeah, you technically don't know there's a creature.
We just know that for some reason Aster tried to cleave Toko in half.
Out of character, we do.
Yeah,
Out of character, we do, yes.
he got possessed. In a weird box.
What?
Yeah. We're trying to figure that out.
Is there anything Alex wishes to do?
What the fuck?
Literally. God.
For your meta information, Nocturne, Aster took a swing at Toko with his axe, and then also hit Julius as well.
Yep, because Julius is in the way.
Hold on. Can Alex pick up the axe?
You sure can.
Okay, Alex gets the axe. Picks up the axe. It's his now.
Confiscated.
Aster's gonna want that back!
He's lost his axe privileges right now.
No more axe for
No,
Sunboy.
no, he doesn't get it. Alex picks up the axe and then steps back, like being very clear with body language that he's confiscating the axe so it is not used again.
I will mention,
in
since I've
D&D,
brought it
so
up,
I
but
can't eat anything. We're good.
it's a fairly top-heavy axe with a large crescent-shaped blade, and while it is arguably a battle axe, there is another definition of axe that it suits better.
Would Alex know the definition? How much does Alex know
Has
about
Alex
axes?
ever seen a headsman at work?
Oh, like execution axe?
Yeah.
Execution axe.
He had to have. Right, Parker?
Yes, you've seen it.
Of course
Yeah.
he has.
So you recognize that this is an executioner's axe.
Oh, Alex is
And your
sophisticated
apparently,
and, like,
and your
more-
15-year-old son boy has the ability to just summon it from, well,
Oh, no.
pull it from thin air.
This axe is his now. Not allowed for a child.
I forgot to ask. Nin, what is your dexterity score?
+3.
Aster?
+0.
Alright, so Nin, what are you doing?
I don't know what I can do.
You can fail to persuade everyone out of the room like Ix just did.
And once again, detect magic does nothing, right?
Nothing. You can see where Julius's magic has locked, has sort of grabbed onto Aster, but That's it.
Oh, how stupid is she? How little has she learned her lesson?
Oh,
Nin, be a bastard. Do it.
Asta didn't get a chance to talk.
He's next.
He's stunned. He can't.
I'm gonna cast Charm Person on him and say, "You need to get out of here now."
On who?
On what's his face?
Walkie?
Yeah.
Walkie?
Oh Christ! Oh Christ!
Oh my god!
No!
She's not a smart girl.
Apparently.
We're gonna get.
God.
We are
We're
now
all gonna die.
fugitives.
We're all gonna die.
Save is 15.
Oh my god, we're all gonna die.
What's the score? What does he have to roll?
We
It
are
has to
not.
be a 15. It is a
Wisdom.
wisdom.
We are for sure not getting
No.
paid for this.
Fucking lucky.
We are not getting paid for this job at all.
Nope. We'll be lucky if we make it out of this city alive.
And if Asta has a moment to explain himself.
Nin doesn't know that.
Aster,
She just saw you attack.
Aster, you're stunned.
Yeah.
Toko, on his turn, summons a pair of guards, who rush into the room and very quickly, on Toko's orders, grab Aster by either arm and put him on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I would say he goes with willingly, but he's stunned. He can't.
Well,
Yeah.
Nagi did what she thought was right.
Yep. Consequences, my guy.
Yeah, you touched a box that was possessed, and you got possessed and nearly killed someone.
I thought that I had misread something, and I thought this was going to be much more of a combat than it was. So initiative's out of the way. Aster is on the ground, actively being arrested for attacking a government official.
What the fuck just happened?
As soon as the stun fades,
Mm-hmm.
he is going to.
You're all out of initiative, by the
First of all, he's
Okay.
going to go limp and go with it. I will contest under truth spells that I was not acting under my own will.
Make a fucking persuasion check at
I will.
disadvantage.
Julius is going to chime in with this and just say, I can concede to this. This is not his normal behavior, and we have no right to attack you. Or reason.
Fine, at a normal roll.
I am
Straight roll, my
Lord
guy.
Conjurer. I am Asterael von Ram of the Death Protection Corps, and I was not acting under my own will when I attacked.
Make a persuasion check, just normal.
You have inspiration.
Jesus
still.
fuck!
You still have the inspiration from all the times you.
Yeah, use
No.
your inspiration.
He used it. Oh god, I don't remember when he used it.
Well, last session you gave the.
Did you use it in
Did
the
I
same
use it last session?
I don't think you did.
Yeah, last session. You
I
gave-
must not have
yeah,
marked
you
it then.
gave Yeah, because last session we gave the breakdown. Of
Yeah. The recap.
Yeah, the recap. So,
That is much more agreeable. Oh god, I fucking
Walkie just kind of holds both hands up and goes, "Everyone just calm the fuck down." What in the hell just happened?
I was possessed. And he kind of winces and I don't know where it went. But I believe that there is a ghost haunting the procession. I do not know where it went when it left me.
Toko rolls his eyes. Okay. This is fucking clearly bullshit.
Use you? Mind your fucking language, mister.
All right. We need to stop with the.
Hold your mouth.
I think if you get stabbed, you should be allowed to swear.
Look, you are addressing a lord, Exalia.
My lord.
I wasn't talking to
You
Wacky,
can
I was
ask at
talking
the
to the
temple.
guard.
That was. I
And
thought
they
Wacky was the
will
one talking.
attest my story that I am part of the Death Protection Corps.
Toko was the one that was like, fucking bullshit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
I know.
thought it was Wacky.
Okay.
I'm
And Asta
sorry.
is going over Toko's head. Asta is...
She's
Toko,
right.
this is a boy!
Yeah, and I'm just a kid too, and I'm part of the Death Protection Corps, she says and shrugs. He's telling the truth, at least about that.
He goes, okay.
Do we have Lord...
Master
Lord
Songmin. Songmin? Songye? Oh, whatever his name was.
Mhm.
I, as Joe, cannot remember his last name. Songmin sounds right.
Songmin, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lord
In
Lord
the front pocket of my pack, there is a bundle of papers in a black envelope. Those are my official travel papers and designation papers for the Death Protection Corps. You can check them yourself.
He turns to one of the other guards members that had rushed into the room and he motions. He goes, go get the kid's bag. And the guard runs up towards the staff room.
Lord
Happy to send a child out to do your hard, dirty work for you, but not willing to accept a child's word of who they work for.
Lord Kinjiro.
He's like 26! What the fuck?
Ixalia, please do not pick this fight.
Lord Kinjiro, do you happen to have anyone you trust to... I know there are magics that can discern the truth. Do you have anyone who you trust that can do such magics?
He looks like he's being overwhelmed with information. What the fuck is going on right now? Because, there are a couple of people at various temples I would trust. Hold on. Just, everyone, calm down.
Astra's gonna try and use Eyes of the Grave again, by the way, because he needs to know where the ghost went.
Okay. You can do so. Make me a perception check. You can kind of get a glimpse of it. Heading. It seems to be heading upwards.
Alex, it's going up. I will attest under a zone of truth. But I found the items that were missing, and when I went to bring it as evidence, it took me over and drove me to attack.
Wait, hold on, what time of day is it?
It is
Dinner time.
Fuck. Hold on.
I think if Aster would have said it's going up, I think Julius would have just sprinted out of here. He's gonna go up in the direction. Did he just point upwards, or what direction?
He can't point at the moment. His arms are restrained.
Is
Julius will just...
casting Zone of Truth?
No, he is not casting. He is trying to get you guys to get the fucking ghost.
Yeah, Julius is just going to bark. What direction?
Lucky goes, no one leaves this fucking room!
Do you want this problem solved, my lord, or not?
I would like to know what the hell is going on.
And we won't be able to do that if you make us stay
Stop
here.
shouting.
I
think
again, I will say Asta has gone limp in the hands of the gods. He is just like, no, I am not resisting. I am.
The move for Alex is not Zone of Truth. The move for Alex is you have, like, turn undead and shit like that.
Then, yeah.
To go ghost hunt.
Alex doesn't know what's happening. he walked in the room, everyone's shouting, blood on the floor, on the axe, which he's confiscated, and everyone is shouting, and he doesn't know what to do. Like, if he needs to do cleric things, you're gonna have to be someone's gonna have to, like, in character, be explicit about it.
Mm-hmm.
Which
and
is
say,
probably...
Yeah, and say, Alex, you need to do this.
And that's probably going to have to be Asta, because Asta is the one that really knows what's going on.
Yeah.
It is not too long after this that one of the guards sent up to go get Alex's shit comes down with Alex's bag and he hands it to Toko.
Asta's, not Alex's.
Aster, sorry. And hands it to Toko, and Toko sort of opens it up, and he does pull out a long black envelope. What did we establish is on Aster's official paperwork, Joe?
On his DPC paperwork?
Yes.
Presumably full name, rank, likely area of deployment, probably something about Tina, probably has his actual hometown, and definitely has his actual birthday.
Yeah.
And presumably it has some way of verifying that these are true documents.
Toko pulls out this a sheet of paper, and he looks at it and he goes, "Okay, come on, this says you're 30."
Julius slaps a hand on his face and just bursts out laughing.
There was an unfortunate incident when I was young, and since then I have been trapped in the body of a 15-year-old. This is why my general travel papers have a more believable age. And if it wasn't desperate, I would have pointed you to those.
Julius in his hysterical tears.
Elbow Julius to get him to shut up.
Oh, he can't.
I will stopping him. His tone has very much changed. It is still a very young voice, but he is doing it with much more. And PK is not here for that.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the paperwork is official.
Yep.
You must agree that certainly.
I can call my captain and she can verify my story.
Toko looked over these papers, and he goes, I mean, it looks fucking real. Beyond that, he goes, but according to y'all, you lot, ghosts aren't fucking real.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
If a 30-year-old man can possess the body of a child, I think ghosts can...
Yeah, it's totally kicking Julius in the shin at this point. He's
trying very hard to rein it in, but it is not working.
Honestly, Julius's response is the one I was most excited for with that.
Yeah, he's just thinking about all the ways it's gonna be awkward. You have to go through puberty again? Ew.
You can't buy alcohol.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Asta very much does. I am aware of what the publicity line is. And unfortunately, everyone in this room is going to have to sign paperwork when this is done, because that is a publicity line.
What paperwork?
Non-disclosure agreements, there's some reporting, but that's mostly my job. Anyway.
We're gonna have a conversation about this later after.
No, we're not. The problem right this moment is that the ghost that possessed me and drove me to attack Master Songmin has escaped and is going upward, and I do not know where.
Well, I think the window of opportunity is gone now that we've had this fiasco happen. So let's calm down and, maybe get him out of the cuffs. He doesn't have a weapon. And you've seen his paperwork.
I do have the mace at my belt. You can remove it if that would help.
Toko just goes, okay, I mean, sure, all of this checks out, but how do we know he isn't still possessed?
Because he's not fighting.
That could be a ruse.
Or it could be the fucking truth.
Or it could be a ruse.
You're wasting time.
I have something I can do that can prove it.
I do too,
And
if
it's
you
going
don't
to
trust him to
stop.
cast it. I can cast it
do
tomorrow.
not trust this boy to cast shit.
We are wasting time to solve this problem.
Alex
Do you want
does
this
have
situation
turn
fixed?
undead.
What?
Alex does have turn undead.
Yeah, no, I know. He's talking about Zone of Truth.
Fair enough.
Because we technically don't know what's possessed him necessarily, I guess.
We know where the thing went, right?
Upwards.
Aster's knows
Upward.
vaguely upwards. Yeah.
Yeah, and now he's completely lost it because he's...
Yeah. Apparently, as Alex has something he can do. He'll look at Alex and be like, "What is it?"
I have a, well, so this is mostly to, like, help investigations, and you probably already know people who can do this, but I have a spell, not right now, but tomorrow, that can compel truth, and if you need, and I can look at my repertoire, if you need any other magic that I might have to help figure this out, to clear his name.
What about the ghost?
I have no experience with ghosts. I don't know what will help.
Alex, there is a clerical trick that you should be able to do that it puts your faith against the ghost and will generally drive it away.
But don't we want to find the ghost?
Proving that I am not still possessed is higher priority.
Okay. Alex is gonna think for a sec, because would he have encountered undead before?
He would have encountered undead, but not ghosts.
Okay. Okay. Then, yes. Turn undead. He's gonna look real uncomfortable while doing it, but...
You reach onto that connection you have with your faith, and it sort of breathes out of you in this sort of wall of sort of white sort of light here, and just this mist that settles over. There is no hint of undead. Nothing gets pushed, nothing gets turned.
Nothing resists.
There's nothing here. No undead, if that's what ghosts are.
Toko still seems kind of upset about everything that has gone on.
Reasonably!
Yeah, he nearly got his head shot, just fucking chopped off.
Alex is still holding the axe, and the axe definitely does still have blood on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Master Songman, do I have your permission to heal you?
He wasn't injured, was he?
No, he's not.
Yes,
no.
Just Julius is injured.
Yeah.
You missed Toko.
Oh, sorry, I thought he had actually managed to hit Toko. My bad.
It was Julius, because he was between them. Took a bullet for Toko. Hope he appreciates it.
Not worth it.
He won't.
I don't really care, but still, Julius wants to be in good graces for now.
This is totally pissed that he besmirched Asta's reputation.
Oh, yeah.
To be fair, he did just get attacked.
Mm-hmm.
He had reason to, but it was just like, no, get out the room and we'll save you, and then he didn't, and then it's like, right, let us deal with the ghost, and then he didn't, and then he was rude to Asta.
You know, I hate to say it, but I think the cop is in the right.
Yeah, the Lord under his protection wasn't leaving. Do you think he's gonna fucking leave?
I think he should have dragged the Lord out of the room with him. Ix does anyway. I'm totally on the side of the cop. Ix is totally not.
Julius is just gonna
Again,
sigh.
I will say that Asta has gone. Asta is very clearly not fighting. He is.
Waki kind of looks at Toko and goes, "Let the boy up." And Toko kind of release him, but hold by his side. And Aster, you are released. But both guards are still very much positioned right next to you.
And then you attacked again.
I am not giving you my holy symbol, but I will give you my mace if it helps you feel better.
Thank you. And he holds his hand out for it.
Asta unbuckles it from his belt and hands it over. Handle first.
He takes it and very much sort of holds it in one hand.
Yep. My lord, I found your missing items. In the left attic, stowed in the back in a wooden crate approximately, and Asta does the dimensions with his hands.
Waki looks at Anaya, who was there, and nods at her, and she kind of scurries up and to the left.
Maybe send someone with her just in case it tries to grab her as well.
He nods.
Sorry, he's healing himself.
The guard that had gone to get your bag, Aster goes with her.
How low is Julius now?
Julius is at hit points. He's good. He is down,
He's
I
full
think.
now?
Yeah, he was down 7 hit points, so yeah, he did good to heal himself.
Master Songman, do I have permission to heal myself?
Go ahead. He very much says this with under a look from Waki. That's like, come on.
Yeah.
Asta very much the hand pressing it to where Nagi had hit.
No, I'm sorry.
It's alright. I'd rather. He had already vacated me by the time you did.
Yeah, I know that. Sorry.
Aside.
A couple minutes pass, and Waki has sort of come over to Toko and like kind of pulled him aside a little bit, and they're having a little bit of a talk.
Yeah.
A talk trademark.
Yeah.
Hashtag talk.
Toko still looks pissed as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Alex, may I please have my weapon back? I really do not want to deal with the paperwork to get it to get another one reissued.
Me?
Yes.
No.
I will dismiss it. It will not be in my hand. I will dismiss it from.
How long?
I really.
How long does it take you to dismiss it?
It's a free action.
Yeah, it's the same as pulling a weapon from my belt.
Fine, but I'm taking it back as soon as you start hitting things again. That you're not supposed to be hitting. Alright?
Yeah, he kind of gives you a look, and it's just. You were fine with me hitting things with it in straights.
You were supposed to be hitting those things. You can't hit allies. And if you start hitting allies, I'm taking it again.
I was not in control of my own actions.
The point stands, whether or not you were.
He takes it and he's going to send it back to the...
Alex hands it back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that. Alex hands it back. Alex is around 130.
Man, he is dadding him real hard.
I was just gonna say, because I got visions of this kind of young, this young female being like, no, bad 30-year-old who looks 15.
No. The fact that Aster's revealed to be 30 has only heightened the dad instincts of Alex.
I love Alex.
Me and Joe have been living for like Julius, who's like 27, being like, "Hey, kid," and
that's exactly the reason why I did it too, because Joe has made cryptic sounds of maybe he isn't this, and I'm like, yeah, he probably isn't.
But also, it's very fun.
Yes, exactly, because that's how Julius just talks to people younger than him, or who seem younger.
The next thing Aster's gonna do, since the pack is right there, is he's going to grab... Yeah. He's going to reach in and he's going to make whatever silent or out loud requisition for 6 civilian NDA forms. Because one for each of the gods, and then the Lord himself, and
they pop into your hand.
Yep.
They're not they're not thick.
Yeah.
Oh.
You sure must be fun at parties.
Bureaucracy. And unfortunately, bureaucracy means that I have to...
No, I get it. I've dealt with the shit. Let's go. Come on.
Oh, these ones aren't for you. Adventurers get a specific class. Those are the ones I'm not looking forward to giving. Because they're gonna mean I get yelled at by my boss.
Wait, do I have to be doing
what was that, Alex?
About this?
I could not understand.
Are you really 30 is what he said, I think.
Yeah.
Yes. Going to be 31 this coming, and I, as Joe, I'm checking when I put his birthday.
Ooh, I should check and see. Because I wrote down Julius's.
This coming Shema, I will be 31.
Wow. 31. Alex was completely unimpressed when he says that.
Nagi, you will have to do a report, and I don't know if your initial paperwork packet included an NDA. So yes, you might have to.
It did include an NDA.
Okay. So no, you will not. But 5 adventurer paperworks and 6 civilian, it's a wonder that...
Speaking of Alex, you get a little tinkle in your head. Is everything okay?
Oh.
Alex gets a little voice in his head just going, is everything okay?
Is this something he has experienced before?
Not Alex, sorry, Aster gets a little...
Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Aster, you just get a little... Is everything okay?
He just responds silently. A minor unexpected niggle. It isn't resolved yet, so it's still currently being handled.
All right, and then that's it.
He kind of winces at the end of this and just rubs the bridge of his nose. Okay, so we need to figure out where the ghost went. That needs to be the next job. Again, I will swear under a zone of truth if I must.
Anaya comes downstairs with this guard in tow. She is not carrying a box, and she goes, I couldn't find anything.
Can I see if she's lying? I want to know if she's fucking lying.
Or...
Roll an insight check.
Oh, bitch.
Yeah,
16. I bet you that's not enough, but still.
Oh, God damn it.
Nice. Well, that's still better than me.
I have a plus 10, so I am not rolling above a 10 at all.
She seems to be telling the truth. Asked her, yeah, she's fucking telling the truth.
Yeah. I think it got moved. Shit. I can find it again. I know the contents.
Sounds like we're gonna
the same scrying trick that I used the first time I can use again. With your consent, my lord.
You seemingly got attacked by something the last time.
Okay.
Just...
Well, now that we know that he's going after something, we know not to go after it alone. We can handle him together. My lord, this was not on purpose.
My lord, do you mind if I send Nagi down to the Shepherd's Temple to retrieve holy water and...
He looks very overwhelmed. Can I just... I need a second to think.
Okay. Understood.
And he's kind of just sort of got his face in his hands.
Yeah. Would Asta have gotten a sense for the voice of the...
the voice of the possessor?
Yeah.
Male. Older male. Kind of haughty. That's about it.
Does he think he would be able to mimic it? Or at least mimic the particular phrase that he heard?
Maybe, but also it's a little weird. You didn't get any visual. You don't know. It might be a little hard.
Okay. I do have one further piece of information about the entity that took me over. But I can wait on that until you've had a moment to breathe.
No, just hit me with it. It's fine.
And Aster is going to repeat as adequately as he can, leaning kind of heavily on that actor feat, what was said to him in his brain. When I attempted to drive it out of my body, he told me, I should say, and I can't get my voice to do it, but sorry, my boy, but we can't have you do that. And bound my mouth against my will.
He just shakes his head and shrugs.
Yeah.
I suppose trying to find the box again might be a good move to try to find the thing. If you all feel as if you can possibly handle it.
Now that we know what we're trying to find and what to expect, I think we can handle it.
It's not ideal, particularly because it now knows that we're here and somewhat prepared. Ideally, I would like to wait until morning so that I can prepare some protections from possession.
That's fine as well. Sure. And he just seems to be kind of staring off into the distance in thought.
My lord, one further note. What has happened here is not your fault. I made the decision to attempt it without the support of my team, and I was not fully aware of what I was going into at the time.
He just rubs at his eyes. I want to drink and then I want to go to sleep.
Understandable.
Keep yourself safe.
Thank you.
And he starts to walk towards the kitchen, and Doug was like, "My lord," and Walkie's like, "Do not fucking talk to me right now." And Walkie leaves the room.
I think when Walkie leaves, Alistair kind of slumps and he's rubbing at right above his eyes and just, this is a shit show.
It's not like you could avoid it, necessarily.
There's something else that concerns me.
What, more than position and paperwork?
Yes. There are cinders in the walls.
Symbols?
I found cinders.
Oh.
I found them in the workshop. What possessed me didn't feel like fire.
So, what? Does this ghostly thing have ghostly pals or something?
I don't know.
Are there other people in this room with us? Is he still being, like...
Toko is still standing there. There's a couple of guards still shadowing Aster. Anaya looks like she's not sure what she should be doing right now. And sort of kind of carefully approaches the table and kind of, like, starts to pick up plates.
Yeah. Before you leave, I will have to ask all of the staff who are in this room to sign the paperwork. I will not ask the Lord to right now, but it's important that and he's going to start taking the sheets of paper. The first one he offers to Toko, the second one to Ayana.
Toko takes it from you, probably a little more rough than he needs to, and he starts just scanning it. And Ayana just kind of nods and tucks it under her arm.
When you have time.
get it to you.
Sorry.
And she starts taking some of the dirty plates into the kitchen.
Yeah, and he's gonna hand the sheaths to the gods as well.
Toko is very much like, don't fucking sign those until I'm done reading to his dad.
Yes.
Yep, it's protocol.
I'm still gonna read a goddamn contract before I sign it.
I know. Y'all also probably can realize that the very bubbliness that Asta had been acting with was at least to a degree, a facade.
And evening starts to set. Toko is takes a seat at the end of the fucking table and is basically just running through this NDA, with a critical eye.
Bullshit? Like, what? Screw this. No, what is this bullshit? No.
And evening starts to set.
At some point, when things have calmed down, Nagi says, "Guys, I have something I should tell you too. I am also 30 years old." And she just looks off dramatically.
Oh shit! I know
Insight
a liar
check.
when I see one.
No.
Insight check. Because I want to fail this.
Alright.
You know what? I'm gonna do it.
Nin believes you.
Oh my god! I just want to insight just for the fucking hells of it. I fucking knew it.
Julius, this might as well happen today.
You know, I might as well fucking believe you. Yeah, you're 30, and then he points to Alex and be like, "You're like 600."
No, I'm not.
I'm 52.
Yeah, alright.
At least you know how old
sorry.
you are.
Oh, I'm not gonna unpack that can of worms. Put that back where it came from. No thanks.
Sorry, on that note, I'm gonna have to head off because it's gone one and I'm falling asleep.
Yeah, you should rest.
Night.
Good night, Amy.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. X needs to have, at some point before any paperwork is signed, a very long conversation with Asta about various things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy! We can do that in the RP channel if you want.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll post something at some point when I've slept.
Alright.
Asta does. I am sorry for the deception. It's looking like I do. Nobody believes me when I say I'm actually an adult, so it's easier to lean into it. It's easier to.
No, that tracks.
Ashley is a more harmless name than a name that rings of divinity.
What?
The name Aster gave was Astriel.
Astriel, okay.
Astriel One Ram, specifically.
Okay.
I
know that tracks. I mean, I wouldn't have believed you if you had told me you were 30 before.
Yeah, you really don't look it.
That name
I guess
definitely
that's
doesn't.
stupid. Of course you don't look it.
That name doesn't ring a bell at all to Julius, does it?
I mean, you can make a history check.
Okay, let's go for it. Oh, a 19. All right.
Real no, you would have had to roll a fucking nat 20.
Yeah, I figured. Sounds fucking.
Full spelling, by the way. My parents realized that I was They gave me an angel's name because they thought it fit. They were right. Some
So are you
weird
an
quirk.
angel as well? You know, on top of being 30?
Not quite. It's to use Julius as an example. There is some demonic blood, however far back. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. For me, it's the same but celestial. I'm mostly human, but with just a little bit of but just half a step to the left.
Julius perks up at that. You're an ASMR?
Yes.
No wonder why something felt weird about you. Aside from the age.
What? Besides the fact that I'm 30 and work for death?
I mean...
That didn't strike you as weird?
No, not really, considering everything that's happened in my life.
So what
may
happened?
as well happen.
I mean, why are you 15 and not 30?
Yeah, what's the unfortunate series of events?
Is Toko and the gods still in the room?
Toko is busy, scouring over this, document. He's not really paying much attention, and the guards are kind of like, do we still need to be here? They've kind of wandered over towards him, trying to be like, when did we ask?
They're in limbo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Don't know or don't remember?
Or don't want to stay with people around?
All three. I've got snippets, but nothing more distinct. I remember...
Is this... I was gonna say, is this your body or someone else's?
Mine.
Okay, that's good.
If you were to go back to my hometown, you would find... You'd find pictures of me and my folks. And I'd look like this. I haven't aged since then. Stuck at 15 and he kind of makes a face like he's trying to... Yeah, I was just about 15.
So
maybe a couple
You
months
just stopped aging or what?
Stop.
So something happened when you were 15 and you haven't aged since.
Yeah. I'm still able to build up, it's not a complete stop. I can cut my hair and it'll still grow, and I can build muscle mass and that whole, but I don't age. And I don't know why.
That's wild.
Well, do you age emotionally?
Yes.
Oh, so
that.
You've lived 30 years, you just look like you're 15.
Yes.
I mean, that's not the end of the world.
There's some experiences that you don't get to have when you're 15. Or look at, even.
Are you talking about human timeline stuff again?
Human what now? I'm not a human, Alex.
Well, human-like. Human-like, it doesn't matter.
What kind of stuff?
I mean, there's alcohol.
Okay.
He says, I mean, there's alcohol.
Nin has a twinkle in her eye when she says that.
There's alcohol, you can't gamble until you're at least, 16, 17, 18. Depends.
Alcohol.
Wait, I can gamble?
Nagi, no.
Irene just goes, okay, night is falling. What are we going to do?
I think we should probably stick to our keeping watches plan.
I mean, I do like the idea of us each being on a floor, but maybe not alone if we can help it.
Yeah, we should probably stick together.
2 to a floor, if we can.
We could talk to Lord Kinjiro and see if we could maybe get tomorrow off and stay up all night. That way we can all,
But,
rest.
I mean, this happened in the middle of the day.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, it would be better if we were all together in pairs on different floors at the same time. So that way we probably don't miss anything, because obviously we missed something last time when the workshop got burned down, even though we were doing our watches.
Yeah, that's true. I guess that makes sense.
And to be fair, what happened today only happened because people accidentally went poking where they didn't know they shouldn't have been poking, I guess. But alone. I'll put that.
Nagi, I do still outrank you.
Yeah?
He's just kind of wry about it.
And I'm still kind of older than you, sort of. And she grins.
He kind of tilts his head and gives you a look. Just like,
I can gamble. And she grins. And herself with her thumb.
Hey, if I'm using my regular papers, I can also gamble because I can pass for 16, a babyface 17. I don't know what you want from me.
Yeah, but now you can buy alcohol.
I can buy alcohol?
Yeah. That you do have on me. I need a drink.
Why don't I buy you a drink?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna have to.
I mean, at this rate, I don't know how much your little body can take. We'll have to see. Ration your drinking.
Fair amount of bartenders. A couple of bartenders who have looked at my papers said I need to get a more believable age, and then sold it to me anyway. So,
I mean, it's fair. There's some bars that will allow you to do that. It's just the stuffy ones in the cities that'll do it. Those small town bars, they don't care.
There's this one in, I do not have a place name. This was before I got my papers for Ashley Vaughn. This was, who looked me in the eye, went, sure, whatever, kid, maybe get a better age on your fake ID. And let me have alcohol.
I could definitely make you up one of those. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Unless.
Back on track. What I was saying was that the only reason that happened is because, he was alone in the daytime. It probably wouldn't have been nearly as bad if someone was with him.
Agreed.
Yeah.
From now on, we should probably clearly communicate to each other what's going to be happening and what we would like to do.
We go in pairs every time, or more, if we want to investigate something. And if we're not, we stay together, hopefully.
Yeah. I do need to sleep to be able to rearrange my spells. Now that I know what we're dealing with, I can plan accordingly.
Yeah, what would you recommend? Like, what would you prepare that you don't have this for that I would?
In my personal case,
I mean, just so that we have all our bases covered.
There's a spell that allows protection from Fae, undead, all of that related stuff.
No,
it
yeah,
helps.
I have that one. I mean, like, what we, so that we don't both prepare the same list. What do you think I should prepare that you aren't going to, so that we can better strategize?
It would be worth it if we both have the possession protection, because that way we can cover 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
One of us would probably benefit from... Well, you would benefit much more than I would from... There's a divination spell that allows you to sense... At its most basic, it gets called evil and good, but that's... I sort of have it covered, at least for the purposes of this, and he taps the side of his eye.
I could prepare Dispel Magic.
Might be worth it. That word that I can do... If you have Dispel Magic, then I will go for... for the group healing that I've got. Otherwise, I'd say prepare for combat, because whatever spells you would normally prepare for combat.
Prepare for combat and prepare for the worst.
Except for things that use the damage of rot and necrosis. That never takes on ghosts.
Alright, so no Afflict Wounds, got it.
Nagi, Exolia, we're going to need to get you both some holy water, because the rest of us all have magical capability. And you can't punch a ghost.
Not yet.
One day.
Not yet?
I mean, I'm
Punching
trying to
possible?
be positive. I'm trying to be positive. Alright?
Fair enough. I stand.
I stand.
We are standing right now, right?
Yeah, that's... I mean, since apparently we have all of us with spiritual weapon, because that's a thing we need.
Even Julius has it.
Yeah, there's a nod at Julius as well.
Gives you some finger guns.
One day I will make the things you are encountering immune or resistant to force damage, and that will be the day that I murder you all.
The day you win.
You just create something specifically so we can't hit it with
do we keep watch tonight, or are we going to hope that this close call was enough for...
You know, I didn't use that many spells. I could fucking take an all-nighter. Why not?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I'd be good. I mean, I'm good now that we've been sitting and standing and talking for a while, but yeah, no, I could go all night.
I would allow you all to take a short rest before night watches start.
I don't know what that would give me back. Yeah, I don't have
I turn it in.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we can do a short rest. Julius doesn't have anything he gets back. Sadly, his sorcery points are long rest, not short rest.
Yeah, sorcerers get nothing back on a short rest.
Aside from his favored by the gods feature, that's all he gets on a short rest.
Yeah, everything Asta can get back is long rest.
Julius is, however, going to convert once again 2 sorcery points into a spell slot, a first level.
And I am stating again, once this is over with, I am going to have to ask all of you except Nagi to sign a NDA. There's a reason none of this information is.
Alex knows what an NDA is, yes? Or no?
Yes, you would.
Okay.
Well, I'll give it a read through. We'll probably sign in anyways, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters.
Do you want me to requisition the forms now or wait until later?
Alex will read the whole NDA.
I would like to read it. Well, we're waiting.
I don't think Alex has a signature.
He just takes his thumbprint and pushes it on the paper.
No. Alex has nothing he can do to certify anything legally binding.
Yeah, it doesn't exist, does it?
I mean, that's what
Alex, an NDA doesn't exist.
Oh my god.
The law.
He's got no social security number.
Alex doesn't have a social security.
Does Nin also want a chance to read over it?
Yes, actually, in a seemingly uncharacteristic,
He is going to reach into his bag and requisition 3 adventure grade NDAs.
Like, she's gonna get bored partway through, but she's gonna try really hard to, like, actually read the fine print.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
Same.
Like, I'm right in this, Parker, right? Alex has no papers. Alex is not legally recognized by the state.
Yes. However, and that doesn't matter for this.
Yeah. Alex doesn't trust the law.
This is not.
These are not technically legal documents.
Make me a history check, Alex, or a religion one.
So
it's not gonna matter.
I'm so mad I don't have it.
Okay, so you know that during the kerfuffle, Aster shouted something about being a member of the Death Protection Corps. That strikes you as familiar? The Death Protection Corps is an offshoot of, as far as you're aware, is an offshoot of the Death Clerical Order. So they're not a governmental body, they are a religious one.
So they do have control over the Alex. Fuck.
Yeah, Astra is going to requisition 3 adventure NDs.
Mm-hmm.
At the moment, if possible, he's going to specify read-onlys.
Okay, you can do that.
Because he wants to get them a chance to review what's going on before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that you can pull those out and hand them out. And again, there's the voice that's just like, Lieutenant?
The situation is still not resolved. I am giving my current traveling companions a chance to know what they're dealing with.
There's a pause. I expect a very long and detailed report.
I know. Y'all don't hear this, but you just see him kind of slump in.
God, I wish
And
I.
I think the next thing he pulls out of his bag is what looks like a clipboard with another sheaf of papers on it and a pen, and he just starts writing.
Do the forms have like a magical aura to them?
They are touched by magic, specifically divine magic.
I really wish I had
Does there
minor
seem
illusion
to be anything, like magically binding about them? Like if you signed them, you'd be entering some sort of deal.
There is nothing of that sort. However, there is a clause that basically states that once you sign this, there are certain expectations of you. You will not be magically tracked or monitored in any way, but if it is discovered that you have breached it, they reserve the right to use force.
Oh man.
Alex is not a fan.
Can I roll to see how far I get into this contract before I get bored of reading it?
Make me an intelligence save.
Julius would like to...
It's saver check.
Save.
It's the same anyways.
Nagi didn't actually read it. She just signed wherever there is a dotted line.
Oh no!
Oh, fucking mood.
Nin, you actually make it the majority of the way through. You make it to about the point where they start, like, just listing the definitions of certain legal terms and figure, like, oh, fuck this.
I definitely start, like, doodling in the margins, though, at some point.
Can Julius investigate these papers, just see if there's anything that his little, like, his brain from back in the day, can find anything that would cause issue for him?
Roll investigation check.
Okay. Come on, buddy. That's a 15.
Congratulations, y'all have gotten some lore.
Yeah,
we got some lore for sure. We got
Okay,
boy lore, who's
finally.
not really boy.
By the way, if anyone wants to make
male.
If anyone wants to make a religion or history check about the DPC as well,
I'll make a religion check too.
Sure.
Oh, Julius.
Nope.
Hey, I rolled better than you guys.
Alex, you just have the history knowledge I gave you earlier. Nin, you have heard of the DPC vaguely. You know they exist in the Feywild, or at least have some level of jurisdiction in the Feywild, but you're like,
I don't know. I never ran into them before.
Yeah.
Never visited my mom.
Julius, they are a religious order. The DPC, as far as you're aware, are a subgroup of the Death Clerical Order. The Death Clerical Order is a global institution that sort of oversees a lot of the worship of the Death God and issues of necromancy and other things. The DPC are a paramilitary branch of the DCO that, as far as you're aware, a lot of them seem more just kind of like freelance adventurers that happen to be really good at fighting like necromancy and other such bullshit that the DCO takes offense to. They are not connected to any government body. They are sort of their own individually run organization. They're kind of like the Vatican, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Julius is gonna pause when he thinks about this, and is gonna look at Astra and be like, "Say, do you know if the Life Branch, did they have anything like this? Like, at all?"
Would I know about anything like that?
Roll a religion check. You wouldn't. You know that, Ayano is relatively worshipped pretty well across the globe, and maybe the individual, churches and temples and whatnot have connections between each other, but you would know that the DCO is kind of a very unique organization.
Ayana is kind of... She's got worshippers everywhere, but...
The only other thing that might come close to the way the DCO operates is kind of the Arcanium. But the Arcanium is not a religious institution, it's an academic one that just happens to have some religious ties to certain gods. There's no, big church structure besides the DCO. If that makes sense.
Gotcha.
I think Joe got yelled again.
Oh no! Give us back Joe. Yeah, you're yoked.
Yeah, Julius, these guys are kind of the big deal. Kind of a big deal.
Good.
It kind of takes you a little bit spice to...
You're very quiet. What just happened? Something was very quiet. Okay. What were you saying, Parker?
I was saying, the DCO are kind of there's some big honchos on the world stage and the religious kind of stage.
Mm-hmm.
You would be a little bit surprised the DPC has this kind of bureaucracy behind it.
Mm.
You had just heard they were just some fucking adventurers that sometimes got called in to do jobs.
What Asta is going to relay is that, as far as he's aware, Ayana doesn't have something like this. There is spirit bullshit that happens that is sometimes not death-related, but the death-related spirit bullshit that happens tends to be deliberate.
Well, that's fair. I just traveled with the lady for a while. Followed the life clerical order, whatever. Just wanted to ask.
Not that I'm aware of.
All right.
We are a bit of a unique case.
No, that's fair.
Why?
Fuck if I know. I'm not high enough on the totem pole to know why. I just do the job that's in front of me.
So why are you here? With us?
Legitimately, freelancing. In Yoxon, I met you guys on the tail end of an assignment. I had just gotten back from dealing with a upstart little shit necromancer. And then the inn burned down. We ended up doing straights, following it here. At this point, it is just coincidence. I am literally here as a freelancer until I get reassigned.
How long does it take for you to get reassigned?
Don't know. It all depends on if there is a job coming on, or if there is a job that requires.
So, did you get permanently 15'd in your line of work? Or is that unrelated to the thing?
I certainly recognized that I had stopped aging after I signed the paperwork.
Oh! I don't like that.
Wait, so we might stop aging too?
No.
No, this is just you don't talk about ghosts.
Oh my god, Nagi, you might be permanently 17 forever.
I'm 18, thank you very much.
Okay, 18.
But she can at least buy alcohol.
Yeah, there you go, and gamble. It's not so bad for you.
I can buy it.
Oh, buddy, I could find the best for you.
Apparently, I don't know specifics. My captain hasn't told me very much, but apparently I was an odd case. That's why I got assigned to her unit. She gets the odd cases. So apparently something went a bit strange with my particular job offer, and now I'm here. I'm not the weirdest member of our squad.
Nagi, you have met this captain.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just to make sure that you know this is the same woman.
Yeah, you know who he's. One of the other field agents, lovely woman. Some kind of giant kin, I couldn't tell you what. Who at one point got bitten by a weremouse.
Really?
Yeah.
A weremouse.
She is a weremouse.
You know, I bet you that's kind of useful.
There is someone in our squad who has a hellhound as a service dog.
No,
he's no Bacon.
Way.
He's a good dog.
Oh my god.
Guys, can I get a hellhound as a pet?
No.
If you share it.
No.
Why not?
No.
I need an emotional support animal after this.
I mean, I feel like it might also be worth mentioning that Bacon is the one who uses the axe.
Oh my god, that's brilliant. Actually, yes, that's what I want. That's what I want for the next time we have seasonal get-togethers. I would like a dog with an axe, please. Thanks.
I mean, I as Joe need to look up said NPC's name. Wait, no, I know what it is. It's in my notes.
I love that this is all being talked about in a ruined dining hall.
I mean, I can ask if Kim Young-sik is willing to join for a holiday get-together. He does make amazing snickerdoodles.
My god, that's my favorite cookie. What the hell is happening here?
Bacon service dog hellhound.
Somebody's got a dog named Bacon that's a service dog with an axe, and they have snickerdoodles? Okay. Who's this man?
At some point, Toko slides the NDA over to you, Aster, and kind of grumbles as he leaves the room.
Thank you for your service.
Aster will sign off on having witnessed.
Mm-hmm.
And that one is going to go back in the bag. Also, for the record, he's been writing this report while he's been having this conversation with y'all. He's been
multitasking.
The other three guards eventually also hand you theirs. You have not gotten the ones back from Ayana or talked to Walkie about it at all. However, night is very much starting to fall at this point.
Yeah. I think he finishes the paragraph he's writing, starts stretching. Right, if we're setting watches, we should do it.
Yep, we should start those
I need
watches.
to try and get 6 hours of sleep so that I can... And then we can figure out what we're doing.
Yep, that's fair.
So, Alex and I on shifts while everyone else tries to push through.
Aye, aye.
Who wants me and who wants Alex? Well, what hours do you want me and what hours do you want Alex?
I mean, don't have a preference.
Yeah, I don't either.
You know what? Rock, paper, scissors. Boulder, paper, shears it, maybe.
Right?
Okay. You go first.
maybe roll like a D3?
Yeah.
One is rock, 2 is paper, 3 is
Cheers. Fuck.
Also, y'all don't know, but I had started to make the hand gestures full.
Oh no!
Right, okay.
Bulk that scissors.
When I saw the smoke, it was at about 3 in the morning.
Alex does it again. Even I just holds out what he got expectantly.
Oh my god! Come on! Come on,
Okay.
come on, do it again!
Come on, 3 for 3.
Oh!
Who wins?
Yep.
You get
You
it.
win? What's your choice of shift?
Oh. I thought we were competing for, like, who got forced into one.
I mean, if you don't want to take one, I will.
I'll do first shift. That seems like the one that'll suck more.
And I'll do small hours shift.
Okay.
Okay, so Alex is first, Aster is fourth. What's everyone else doing?
I guess Julius is gonna set up shop in the tippy tops of the rooms. Lord Kenjiro's area, I suppose. So 4th floor.
Are there any rooms important to Lord Kenjiro on the 3rd floor? Or
The 3rd floor. The 2nd floor would be the library, his office. That would be it on the 2nd floor.
Okay.
3rd floor is his workshop.
Is there a midpoint between the library and the is there a way I can see the library and the office from one point, or?
They are right next to each other.
Oh, okay, then yeah, she'll
Yeah.
probably post up.
That's where we were doing sort of our first watch.
Yeah, she'll take the library with Irene then again.
Okay. What's Nin doing? Watching?
Oh shit, Nin, I forgot about the rat!
It's probably gone by now.
No, he goes to reach for it.
now.
He goes to reach
They
for
only
it.
last
He's
like an hour.
He reaches for it. He's like, I forgot my boy.
If you don't say anything, she'll never know. I'm sure she's forgotten as well by now.
Nin, Exalia will volunteer to take the 3rd floor with you.
Okay.
Alright.
Hopefully she has a better perception than I do.
Alex roll me a perception check.
Okay. 22.
So you take your watch kind of in the first couple of hours. You're kind of doing like a patrol almost because every other like solid area has been taken up by somebody. And it seems relatively peaceful. You pass both Toko and Goldwater a couple of times, and they both seem a little bit like estressada.
What?
Very stressed. You very much get the vibe, no matter what the fuck went on in the living room, in the kitchen today, they still don't trust each other.
Yeah, that's fair.
But your part of the watch passes easily. Nagi, roll perception at advantage. Nan, roll perception at advantage, and Julius, just roll perception straight.
He would have asked somebody to come with him, but that's fine.
I don't know if there's anyone left.
There's Exalia.
Exalia went with Nin to the 3rd floor.
Oh, she did? Okay.
I mean, if you need the help to look, because I think Ix has good perception, right?
Maybe.
Nin does not.
Yeah, Julius does not.
I guarantee that Nin has worse perception.
He's got a 1, but yeah.
She's got a -1.
Yeah.
If it weren't for the fact that Snowball is a cantankerous little bastard, I'd suggest send Snowball with someone as help, but Snowball would not be helpful to anyone but Irene.
Yeah, Talia's perception is fine. She'll take the normal roll.
Okay.
Then I will give you advantage.
That's persuasion.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, maybe I should have helped. Oh well.
Whoops.
So is she doing the one downstairs, or what's going on with this?
Talia's doing the 3rd floor, so the workshop level.
Oh man, X.
She also passes the fuck out.
Oh my god!
In the morning.
Oh, Ixalia.
It's been a day. It's okay.
So, is my perception at advantage then?
Yes,
okay.
Julius, yours is at advantage.
Neat. Oh, a 19!
Not bad, not bad.
Hey, we do good together. Look at that.
Okay. Nagi and Irene. I'm going to start with you guys. You sort of put yourselves in the library and the study again, sort of moving back and forth, checking between. And nothing really catches your attention. That man you saw the first night doesn't show up. You get like a guard passing through, probably on like a shift change, from the outer wall or something, heading towards the servants' quarters. At one point, you hear what probably sounds like somebody having put on the phonograph upstairs. Phonograph to the room next to you, I mean. That's about it.
Okay.
Julius and Nin.
Oh boy.
Yes. What's up?
So, the 4th floor. So the Lord's bedroom is on one side of the 4th floor, and there is a guard. There's no guard stationed outside the door specifically, though. The door is very much locked.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
This is Waukie's bedroom.
Yep.
Fair, yes.
Mm-hmm.
That is reasonable.
Yep.
At some point, not too long, about like 10 or 11 at night, you see Ayana come upstairs, and she heads into her bedroom, which is the furthest one on the right. She has her own quarters up here on the 4th floor, where she can have quick access to the Lord if he needs her.
Yeah, quick access, huh? Yeah.
She's known him since he was a baby.
Yeah.
I know.
She's like 100 years old.
Yeah.
I'm being a shit, I know.
Okay.
We're making jokes.
The final bedroom, she very much kind of gives like she kind of asks you at one point, like, if you're going to be needed to come into her room for any reason.
Not unless we have to.
Probably not. Not unless you, like, yell or something.
Yeah.
Good, I'm going to sleep. And she walks in and shuts the door behind her. The final room up here that you have access to is an empty room. It's still fairly large. And from the map you were originally given, this is sort of the other family bedroom that the Kinjiros have. Typically, it is used for the Lord's children, if he had any. He does not currently, however, and the place and the room it's sparsely furnished. It looks like there's nothing really being kept in here. Like there is a cot, not a cot, but there is a bedroll in the corner, an unlit brazier, a couple of boxes, a desk. It very much seems like this room has been cleared out with the intent of being able to be very easily turned into a nursery if and when the Lord gets married and has children. But it is not used right now. And so you mostly have the reign of the small hallway on the 4th floor. And time passes slowly, hours ticking by one at a time, until you're sitting probably at about 3 a.m. And Julius, something catches your attention, sort of low but starting to grow, is the scent of smoke.
Do I know what direction it's coming from?
With the 19, yes. It seems to be coming from inside that abandoned child's bedroom.
He's going to, basically cuff Nagi on the arm and just say, I smell smoke, let's go.
Nin, you mean?
Yes. Jesus. Sorry. Nagi, I smell smoke over there.
You did it again, okay.
Just did it again, that's okay.
Oh my god! Oh, I think it's because I looked at... Oh my god.
Should I send a message to anyone else, or are we just going? I mean, I'm fine with just going, but...
Fuck.
We should not put these two together.
Who's on the floor below us again?
Ixaldia.
I'll send a message to Ix then, and...
Yeah.
Well, wait, no, because...
You don't know that she's asleep.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I was gonna say... It's fine, yeah, I'll send a message to her.
You get no response.
I think she's probably on her way. Let's go.
You know what? Go run down there and get her to grab everyone else. I will take a look because I am partly resistant to fire, and he is going to go towards the fucking smoke.
I don't think, and she's just gonna, I'll just send messages to everyone else. I can keep on sending it's a cantrip.
Okay, well then keep doing it.
Are we within range for that?
150 feet.
Aster, you are asleep, and so is Alex.
Wait, everyone is asleep?
Nagi and Irene are awake.
Okay, then I'm assuming I'll get to them eventually in the message.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Julius is trying not to waste time with this since...
yeah, she'll go with him, but she's sending messages as she goes.
Pew, pew.
Julius, you put your hand on the door, and it feels warm to the touch. Not overly hot, it doesn't hurt, but it feels warm.
Alright, let's go. He's going to give it a turn, see if it opens.
It's a sliding door.
Okay, I thought you said the knob was warm. Okay, never mind.
No, you put your hand on the fucking back of the door and check if it's hot, fire safety bitch.
Oh my god, whatever, it's fine. Sliding door, let's open it.
I love Poppy getting indignant about.
Also, I have to go because I have another game starting exactly in a minute.
Yes,
so, okay.
You guys I am just about done.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
This has gone stupid long.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Jamie.
Bye.
Like, I'm literally just trying to get through the scene and then we're
done. Okay. Yep.
Julius, you push the door open. There's a little bit of resistance as it seems to have warped a little bit, but it push it open. And inside, a room that you had probably just checked a couple of hours ago that was perfectly fine. The floor is scorched and sparking with blue embers that are traveling up the walls and to the ceiling as well. The objects inside seem untouched for the moment, but this light blue flame is catching between the wood and the tatami mat. And standing in sort of the center of the room is a figure. He appears to be a middle-aged man, human or half-elf. You can't really tell, sort of his clothing is loose and seems to be kind of old. It's not a style that you recognize. His hair is sort of this sort of scrunchy, sort of messy brown, maybe? Again, you can't really tell, because as you look at him, you realize he himself is also burned. The bits of his clothing have burned holes holes burned into them, turning sort of blue and black at the edges, and where his shirt sort of falls away from his chest, you can even see parts of his skin have fallen away, and there is flame licking up from between his rib cage. And he turns and he looks at you, and his eyes are that same bright blue spark.
Hi?
He looks over the two of you. And he says, when he opens his mouth to speak, again, inside of his mouth, you can see kind of as if there are embers in his teeth.
Oh, I don't like that.
Leave.
And then Nin also says, I don't like that.
Leave now.
Does this...
We can't.
He takes a step towards both of you.
That's not possible, buddy. We are under contract.
Contracts are really important.
As he,
gotta follow them.
His hands sort of come out to both sides, and you realize his hands aren't hands really anymore. Where there should be hand and finger is a little bit of burning flesh that end in these claws. Almost.
I don't like that.
And he goes, "Your meddling has cost me time. Leave. Take yourselves and leave." And that's where I'm going to end session.
Jesus.
Oh boy.
What did we get ourselves into?
It's fine. This is fine. We're great.
Well, you got a stubborn motherfucker up here, so obviously this...
Did I get some messages out at the very least?
God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you got one to Nagi.
I'm so sorry. I kept saying
Nagi, and probably one to Irene.
Yes.
But PK's not currently here.
I'm so sorry. I kept saying Nagi. I meant to say freaking
It's okay.
Nin.
I know. It's the fucking names that we need to stop choosing names with the same letters.
I know. It's not so bad with like the Taldori game, but then it's like my brain glosses over the fact, like my brain knows what I'm supposed to say, but my mouth says something else, and I'm like, no, I don't even
I'm
realize.
not offended by it. I understand 100%. I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god, it's a
I've done this in
wonder.
every single game I've played.
I literally have my Wildmount game. We have an Ira, an Iris, a Pyra, and a yeah. It's just my god. Okay, I'm gonna
Thank you for
stop
session.
Yeah,
I am
thank you.
delighted.